The Falcons get Zack Robinson, which is the Rams passing game coordinator and the quarterbacks coach of the Rams formerly, as their new offensive coordinator. And I think they got a pretty solid candidate at OC. A very, very solid candidate. We saw what the Rams offense was able to be in the past couple of years with him stepping up. We saw how he was appointed to the position he was at and pass game coordinator and quarterback coach in the year 2021 when they traded Jared Goff away from Matthew Stafford. He's a former quarterback. He followed Raheem Morris from the Rams over to the Falcons. He was with Coach Raw for all three of his previous seasons. Began the 2019 season as assistant quarterback coach. Then he got promoted to pass game coordinator, and he's held that position since 2022. Of course, the Rams had 4 different quarterbacks that they started in 2022, and they were somehow able to get Baker Mayfield up to speed within 2 days of the Rams acquiring him, and then they go on to get a game-winning drive against the Raiders in Week 14. That's a testament to coaching. Before Matthew Stafford went out with an injury in 2022, he had the highest completion percentage of his career with 68%. And this guy also comes from a Sean McVay coaching tree. That's very impressive. Sean McVay is one of the best head coaches in the league. He's one of the best young minds in the league. We know how we talk about and we anoint Sean McVay, especially since he's won his Super Bowl. When Matthew Stafford was fully healthy in 2023, of course, he dealt with 4 different quarterbacks, but he elevated that passing game by 1,000 yards with his healthy quarterback coming back in. 3,108 passing yards in 2022 to 4,063 passing yards in 2023. Of course, we know Cooper Kupp had his immaculate season his first year. Not only in the regular season, 105 catches, 1,486 receiving yards, a new NFL record for rookies in total catches and receiving yards. The Rams passing game ranked in the top 15 in the league in total passing yards, yards per attempt, and receiving touchdowns. And to know that he had a hand in that Matthew Stafford trade. This guy has worked with quarterbacks, and he was one of the hottest candidates on the market. Cooper Kupp also, under that tutelage of Zack Robinson, became the first player since Steve Smith to lead the league in receptions, touchdowns, and receiving yards. Of course, we know that is the Triple Crown. Also under Zack Robinson, of course, we're talking about an immaculate Super Bowl season. Matthew Stafford became the first player in NFL history to pass for at least 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns in the regular season and postseason combined. He also won them a Super Bowl in that year. And it's just impressive, right? To know that the Falcons have had some concerns at quarterback ever since Matt Ryan got out of town in 2021, and that's what I said. Y'all better be careful what the hell you wish for in the NFL. Because I've been saying for a couple years, Falcons fans should be grateful. They should be ecstatic, elated that Matt Ryan wanted to continue to play for this team when he had been mishandled week in and week out. And now we understand also that with this offensive coordinator position coming in, he's got a Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier. Now, it will be Zack Robinson's first job as an offensive play caller, which maybe could show some cause for concern. But I believe I like the Zack Robinson hire a little better than the Raheem Morris hire. The Raheem Morris hire, again, I can understand it was a little more comfortable. Bill Belichick probably wanted to have a power struggle. Arthur Blank not willing necessarily to give that up. Raheem Morris was a former coach there. The players can rally around him. And then you go out and you get one of the best offensive coordinator candidates on the market. The Falcons have to answer the quarterback question in 2024. They absolutely have to. And Arthur Blank already said that the Falcons will, quote, be top contenders in the quarterback market this offseason. Arthur Blank believes that Zack Robinson is someone the team can grow with. They can, grow around him. Whatever they decide to do, he believes that Zack Robinson is going to be able to be that guy to really, move the needle for them. And I hope so. Because, again, I was already scratching my head with this. Arthur Smith, who is now the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers, we'll talk about that on a later show. With Arthur Smith coming in as that head coach and going 21-30 and having a worse offense with more talent, arguably, besides the quarterback position, which is very important, his offense in the 3 years of the Falcons was worse than the last 3 years of the offense under Dan Quinn. And Dan Quinn was defensive-minded. Arthur Smith was the play caller, the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. Don't know if he was just riding sidecar to Mike Vrabel. I'm not absolutely sure. But now he gets to step in, be this offensive coordinator. He's offensive minded, thankfully, coming in as offensive coordinator. This will be his first job calling plays.